recording. All right, I am recording now, and I forgot to start it at the beginning. I'm so sorry, but we are talking about fish tonight. Last week we talked about voles, and tonight we're talking about fish. Now, the boys and girls that were already here have already seen these pictures, and they have already learned that this is a special kind of fish, and you can see his bones. And we talked about how doctors can see our bones if they use a special machine, an X-ray machine, but that God doesn't need an X-ray machine. He can see everything about us and know everything about us without having any special equipment, because he is powerful and strong. Now, when you get ready to do your craft tonight, you're going to make a fish. Here's a picture that I did a few years back, and you got to remember not to color on the inside of the fish. You only color around it, because after you do it, if you put a light behind it, ooh, that's really bright. Can y'all see that you can see the bones?
Yeah.
You hold it up to the light, you can see the bones, which is really cool. So that's what your craft is.
Miss Tonya?
Yes, who said Miss Tonya?
I did. After we do our X-ray fish, can we also eat these bones?
Are you talking about the snack bones? Yes. There are your snack tonight are little funny bones too, and yes, you will get to eat those once Mom has said it's okay and you've had your supper.
I'm good too.
And that's going to help us remember that God made our bones and that God can see our bones even when he doesn't have a special machine to do that.
Mama, we have to eat our teeth after dinner.
There you go. We want to keep our teeth strong. So the Bible tells us in Psalms that God has searched us and knows us. He knows everything about us. Now I want you to look around at somebody that's in the room with you, and you can see what color their shirt is, right? You can see that I have on a blue shirt. And you can see what color their hair is, right? Nod your head if you can see that about the people.
Yes.
But you can't see their bones, can you? Nope, can't see their bones. Now I've got another question for you. Can you tell me, if you're listen with your ears, if you are looking at someone in the room with you, can you tell me how many hairs are on their head? Do they have
No.
maybe 100? Maybe thousands? I can't tell somebody how many hairs are on their head, but you know who knows that?
God.
God knows how many hairs are on James's head, and how many hairs are on Dakota's head, and how many hairs are on Blake's head, and everybody else. Those are just the people I can see across the top of my screen right now. But he knows that about all of us. The Bible tells us that God knows if we're sitting down or if we're standing up. He knows where we are, and he even knows what we're thinking about. Without us even having to say it out loud, God knows what we're thinking about. I don't know anybody else that can do that. Do you?
Jesus.
Well, Jesus and God kind of go together with this.
Yes.
So yes, if God can do it, Jesus can do it too. You're right. You're right. All right. So we are going to sing a song that we sang. Oh, wait, I forgot. Does anybody see something added to the bulletin board?
Yes.
Last week we put these things up. What else do you see on there this week?
The ears and the glasses.
Ears and the glasses. Why in the world do you think I put ears and glasses on the bulletin board?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. I put ears and glasses on the bulletin board to help us remember that God can hear everything. Now, God doesn't have ears that look like that, but he can hear everything all the time. And I put glasses on there, not because God needs glasses, but because God can see everything. He has X-ray vision and he can see everything all the time. So that's why we put those. And then we've got our mountain that reminds us of our memory verse. So let's do our memory verse, and you can say it with me. I think I'm actually going to mute everybody though, just for a little bit here, so it won't get crazy sounding when we're trying to all say it. Okay. So everybody is muted right now. And we're going to say it together. We're going to do the motions, okay? I saw them do this on Pete too. It says, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord. Or you could just do like this if you want to. That's an L also. He will teach us his ways that we may walk your arm up your arm, in his paths. All right, let's do that all together again. I won't be able to hear you, but the people in your house will. Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord. He will teach us his ways that we may walk in his paths. Very good. You guys, let's keep working on that, and we're going to learn it, and pretty soon y'all are all going to be able to do it. When we get back to the church building and we're in class, we get tickets if you know your memory verse and if you come to class. And if you get enough tickets, you get to get prizes out of the treasure box. So we want to make sure we're working on that. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can do that with us all everywhere, but I hadn't figured that out yet. But maybe we can. Okay, let me see what I have forgotten to talk about. I think we've talked about most of the things we want to talk about. So let's do a couple of songs. Let's do the song about My God Is So Big. Is everybody ready? It has motions. All right, I'm going to back up so maybe you can see me a little better. It says, my God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are his, the valleys are his, the trees are his handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you. Good job. I could see those motions going. I love seeing that. I wish I could hear you all too, but it gets kind of crazy if we leave everybody's voices on. Okay, another song I love to sing in our class that has a lot of motions is the song about the butterflies. So who's got their butterflies tonight? Just put your thumbs together and make your butterfly wings. Good job. And then we'll talk about a bird who's up in a tree. We'll talk about a fish. We'll talk about an elephant and a kangaroo and an octopus. Next week, I'll try to remember to bring you a picture to show you what a real octopus looks like, because they're not very pretty, and that's what the song kind of says. You ready? If I were a butterfly, I thank you, Lord, for giving me wings. And if I were a bird in a tree, I thank you, Lord, for letting me sing. And if I were a fish in the sea, I'd wiggle my tail and giggle with glee. But I just thank you, Lord, for making me me. Because you gave me a heart and you gave me a smile. You gave me Jesus and you made me your child. And I just thank you, Lord, for making me me. Now if I were an elephant, I thank you, Lord, by lifting my trunk. And if I were a kangaroo, I'd hop, hop, hop right up to you. And if I were an octopus, I thank you, Lord, for my good looks, but I just thank you, Lord, for making me me. Because you gave me a heart and you gave me a smile. You gave me Jesus and you made me your child. And I just thank you, Lord, for making me me. Very good. Now I have a couple of things I need to tell you, and then we'll sing one more song before it goes off. Make sure mom and dad or whoever is in there with you knows about this. Next week, Miss Tonya is going to be out of town. I am going on vacation. I am going to the mountains. So maybe I will go up to the mountain of the Lord like our memory verse talks about. But I'm going to make sure that our lesson is recorded ahead of time so you'll be able to watch the video. And Miss Tina is going to do the Zoom with everybody. So in case anybody forgets about the video, she will be on here at the normal time to be able to start the Zoom meeting, and then you'll be able to watch the video. And the other thing I wanted to mention is moms or dads, look ahead in your lessons because the snacks for weeks 3 and 4 are not in your packets because of what they needed to be. There really wasn't a way for us to put them in there. So you'll need to look ahead a little bit and know what the snack needs to be. It's real simple stuff that you may already have at home or that you can get real easy, but it describes it for you in the lesson plan, but those are not in your packets for weeks 3 and 4 of this month. Next month, I think we'll have them in there for all of them. So, all right, I am going to sing one more song. I want to make sure I'm seeing everybody. Everything is, my view has gone from different people to other people, so I'm going to switch it over here a little bit. Okay. This is the other song we sang last week, and it talks about God and how he is in charge and has the whole world in his hands. You ready? He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 He's got the mommies and the daddies in his hands. He's got the mommies and the daddies in his hands. He's got the mommies and the daddies in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the brothers and the sisters in his hands. He's got the brothers and the sisters in his hands. He's got the brothers and the sisters in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Now really quiet. He's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Now nice and loud. He's got everybody here in his hands. He's got everybody here in his hands. He's got everybody here in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Oh, I loved seeing all your motions. I couldn't hear your voices, but we know you were singing. I'm so glad. Now next week, remember Miss Tina will be doing it, and we're going to talk about something else that God does for us. So make sure you're here. And that's all for tonight. So I'm going to turn mine back to video. I'm going to stop recording. And